Hello everybody, welcome to the JavaScript course. In this video, I'm going to discuss the events relating to the moving mouse. Actually, there are two mouse events that are related to the moving mouse. One is called the mouseover event and the other one is called the mouseout event. We are going to discuss these two events in detail. At the same time, we have two similar mouse events called mouseenter and mouseleave. We are going to discuss the differences between this pair and the previous pair. Both pairs of the mouse events would involve a concept called target and another concept called related target. We are going to discuss these two terms in detail. Now, let us go to the HTML file first. The HTML file has a number of elements. First, I have the title here, and then the HTML file is linked to a CSS file. The CSS file is called styles.css, shown here, okay, which is just this CSS file that I'm going to tell you later. And in the body part, I have some elements. For example, I have a heading here, and then I have some divisions. The divisions here are trying to explain the levels involved on the web page. So level 1 refers to the outer part and the level 2 refers to the inner part. And after that, I have some divisions called my text 1 and my text 2 that I'm going to show you some detail about my mouse over actions according to the cursor position. And then I'm going to tell you something about the skipping of elements in the course of mouse movement. So I have some buttons, and I'm going to show you the effect of skipping the buttons by using these buttons. So the buttons have their IDs together with the class. So the class is just button, and I'm going to use the ID and the class to show the properties called skipping. Okay, and after that, I have some divisions to show you the text just below the buttons. Okay. And the next part is about another pair of moving mouse events. So I have two divisions called level A and level B. And level A is the outer division and the level B is the inner division. So I'm going to show you some mouse movement using the divisions called my text 5 and my text 6, which are both below the colored divisions. Okay. Of course, I have to link my JavaScript file to the HTML file. The JavaScript file is called myscript.js, which is put in the JS folder. And now we are going to show the CSS file. The CSS file is going to help me color the divisions. So level 1 is about the outer division. Level 2 is about the inner division. Okay, so after that, I go to the levels A and B, which are these two levels. So the levels are in these configurations, the width and the height together with the background color. Level B as well. So I have moved the level B into a new position so that I can show level B inside level A completely. Same for the previous level 2. Okay, so level 2 also has this kind of arrangement, top and left, to help me show the entire division inside the outer division. Okay, and for the button here, I have a class, and the class is helping me to determine the size of all the buttons. Okay, they have the same width and the same height. Okay. Then this is the JavaScript file. Before I show you the content of the JavaScript file, I have to show you the hierarchy of the files. So CSS file and HTML file are placed at the same level. And I have a JS folder which has the JavaScript file inside. So you can see the hierarchy of the files on the left-hand side. Okay. Now let us go to the JavaScript file. In order for me to use the strict mode, I have to say use strict on the first line of the JavaScript file. And let's go to the topic for today. The first two events to discuss are the mouseover event and the mouseout event. Then I'm going to tell you the mouseenter event and the mouseleave event. So what is the meaning of the mouseover event? It helps me to recognize the action of the cursor when it is placed on top of an element. On the other hand, for the mouseout event, it helps me to recognize the location of the cursor when it leaves an element. Okay. So when the cursor is put on top of an element or when it leaves an element, these two events can be triggered. So for these two events, they both have the target and the related target properties. So I'm going to tell you the meaning of these two properties. Okay. So the two properties would have different meaning when we talk about them in the mouseover event or in the mouseout event. So let us consider the mouseover event first. When the cursor leaves element A and goes above element B, then in this case, A is the related target while B is the target. So we can see that when we do the mouseover event, the cursor would move from the related target to the target. So this is the way to help us remember the meaning of these two properties when we talk about the mouseover event. Now, let's talk about the mouseout event. If we talk about the mouseout event, the meaning of the target and the related target will be different. The cursor would initially be on top of element A, and it tries to leave A, and the cursor would try to reach another element called B. In this situation, the mouseout event will have two properties. Target property refers to the element A, and the related target refers to the element B. So we can think about it in this way. For the mouseout event, the cursor would move from the target to the related target. So these are the two properties we have to understand in terms of their events involved. Okay. So in order for me to discuss these two events, I have an example shown here. So I want to pick up the large square which is called level 1, and after that I am going to show you some text below level 1. So my text 1 and my text 2 refer to the two divisions just below level 1. Okay, level 1 refers to the outer division, and level 2 is the inner division. For the my text 1 and my text 2 divisions, they are just below the colored divisions. Okay. So for the large square, I want to add two event listeners. The event listener is for mouseover first and mouseout later on. So when the mouseover event is triggered, I want to do a function called print mouseover. On the other hand, if the mouseout event is triggered on the large square, which is just meaning the level 1, I would do the print mouseout function. So I have two functions to handle the mouseover event and the mouseout event respectively. So how can I do these two functions? I have an idea like this. So the idea is like this. I want to do the print mouseover function. So I have to pass an event object, which is a built-in object in JavaScript. And when the event senses the event called mouseover event, that means when I put a cursor on top of an element, then I would try to print out the target together with the related target by using the ID of the target and the related target. So event.target here means the target property obtained from the event object. And after that, I want to use the ID of it. Okay. Same for the related target. So the event.related target is just referring to the related target element, and I want to take the ID of that element. Okay, so for another function called print mouseout, I want to do the same thing actually. So when the mouseout action is triggered, I want to print out the target and the related target. Okay, so let us see the result for these two functions. Save, reload. So I try to put my cursor from the outside of level 1 to the level 1. So you can see that the target is now level 1. That means the destination of my mouseover action is just level 1. And the related target is just nothing because my cursor was initially in a place that has no element information. It is just the area outside the level 1 color. Okay. And how about when I put my cursor from level 1 to level 2? Okay, you can see that for the mouseover event, the target is now level 2 because level 2 is the destination of my cursor. And the related target is now level 1 because level 1 was the place to initiate the mouseover action. Okay. So when we go back to the definition, we see that the cursor moves from the related target to the target. Okay. And how about the mouse out action? Let us see. So for the mouse out event, what would happen with my example? Let us see. So I'm trying to put my cursor into level 2 first. So when I want to put my cursor into level 2, I have to pass my cursor to level 1 first, followed by level 2. So in that case, target is now level 1. Why is it the case? Because I want to move my cursor from the target to the related target. So target was the initial element, and the related target is the final element. Okay, so the mouse out event would show me these two answers. Target is level 1, related target is level 2. So when I put my cursor from level 2 to level 1, what would happen for the mouse out event? It would become the target equals level 2 and the related target equals level 1. So I move the cursor from the target to the related target. So mouse out event will give me a target of level 2, which is the starting point of my movement. And the related target is just the destination of my movement. Okay. So we always refer to this definition. For the mouse out event, the cursor would move from the target to the related target. And we have to notice something about mouse over event and mouse out event. The events on the descendants will bubble up, and the cursor movement from the small square to the large square would trigger the event handlers on the large square. So that's why we have the situation mentioned. The events on the descendants, that means on level 2, would bubble up, so that the upper element, that is level 1, would notice the event of either mouse over or mouse out. And in this situation, the event handlers on the large square would be triggered. That's why I just use level 1 as the large square. I don't need to use level 2 to help me trigger the event handlers on the large square. Okay, this is the effect of bubbling. Okay, and I have to say something about the related target. The related target can be null when it is the window, not an element. So let us try this example. Now my cursor is out of the web page. So when I move my cursor from the outside of the web page to the inside of the web page, the related target will become null. Now my cursor is in level 1, and when I want to put my cursor away from level 1, you can see that the related target becomes null when I consider the mouse out action. So the related target can be null if it is the window, not an element. So for my element, which is level 1, the scope is just the area in pink rather than the area in white. Okay, so the related target now is nothing. That's why it can show nothing. Okay, so that is quite normal to have the related target equal to null. Okay, null means we have no element being the related target. Okay, and I'm going to tell you another thing about the moving mouse events. Elements can be skipped for mouse over and mouse out actions when the cursor can move quickly. So it is not necessary to record all the elements involved in the movement of the cursor. So let us see an example like this. I have the buttons, and I'm going to use these buttons to show this skipping effect. Okay, so I use the query selector all method to obtain all the buttons. Okay, and I also pick up the two divisions called my text3 and my text4. So the text3 and text4 elements are shown here, and the buttons are just on top of these two divisions. Okay, so I've also picked up the buttons using the query selector all method, and I'm trying to add the event listeners to each of the buttons. Okay, that's why I have a for loop here, and I use the for loop to help me add the event listeners to each of the buttons. Okay, so for the mouseover event, I have a function to use called print mouseover2, and for the mouseout event, I have a function called print mouseout2. So what are these two functions? Let me show you the code now. So these are the codes. Okay, so for print mouseover2 function, I need to pass an event object, and the event object is helping me to see whether I've really put my cursor on top of the buttons. If the tag name of the element that follows my cursor is really a button, and if at the same time the related target is also a button, then I can show some text in my division called my text3. Okay, so I'm going to show the target ID and the related target ID. Same for another function called print mouseout2. I have to pass an event object, and I have to see whether the target element and the related target element are both buttons. If they are both buttons, I can tell my division here to show the event target ID and the event related target ID. So the idea is like this. We just want to see the changes between buttons. That's why I want to see whether the cursor is put on the buttons or not. So let me try the code. Save, reload. So I try to put my cursor on E first, and then I sweep my cursor quickly to A. So you can see that my action is a bit slow. So it seems like I try to move my cursor from B to A. So for the mouseover event, the movement is from the related target to the target. That's why the related target is button B, and the target is button A. And for the mouseout event, I move from the target to the related target. That's why the target is button B and the related target is button A. So let me try it a bit faster. This one works. So now I can move my cursor very quickly so that the target element and the related target element would be a bit far away from each other. So for the mouseover event, I want to move my cursor from the related target to the target. That's why the related target is button C, while the target is button E for the mouseover event. And on the other hand, for the mouseout event, I try to move from the target to the related target. That's why the target becomes button C, while the target is button E. Okay, so we can see the skipping. We don't need to remember button D, even though my cursor has really passed this element. Okay. The third part to talk about is the mouseenter event and the mouseleave event. So these two events are very similar to the mouseover event and the mouseout event, but they have some differences. The descendants for the mouseenter event and the mouseleave event, the descendants involved in the movement are not considered. And at the same time, there is no bubbling for these two events. It is a bit abstract. That's why I have to use an example to help you understand the meaning of these two sentences. Suppose I've already picked up level A, so I use the getElementById function to do so. I have also picked up my text5 division and my text6 division. They are just the divisions below the level A region. Okay. So we can see that level A and level B are just two nested divisions, and below the nested divisions, I have my text 5 division and my text 6 division. So I have also tried to put 2 event listeners on level A, which is the outer division. Okay. For the mouseenter event, I want to run a function called print mouseenter. And for the mouseleave event, I want to call a function called print mouseleave. So what are these 2 functions? Let me show you my way. Okay, these are the 2 functions. For the print mouseenter function, I need to pass an event object, and the event object is able to show the event target ID and the event related target ID for the mouseenter event. Same for the print mouseleave function. I need to put an event object into it, and then the event object is able to help me locate the event target and the event related target for my mouseleave event. Okay, so let us see the result. Save, reload. So I try to put my cursor into level A from the white area out of level A. So you can see that for mouseover event, the target is level A, that is the destination, and the related target is just nothing. It is null because the white area has no element included. Now I want to put my cursor from level A to level B. And you can see that the mouseenter event has nothing to do with the level B. The reason is that the descendants will not be involved in the event handling. So you see, descendants involved are not considered. That's why when I put my cursor into level B, the descendants would not entertain the mouseenter event, which is just unlike the previous mouseover event situation. For the mouseover event, even though I put my cursor into level 2, the mouseover event and the mouseout event would help me change the target and the related target. But this situation would not be the same for mouseenter event. So this is the very different thing about the mouseenter event. And we know that there's no bubbling. That's why level A would not trigger the mouseenter event or the mouseleave event. Okay. So how about the situation when I put my cursor from level B to level A? You see, the mouseenter event doesn't work because the descendant thing doesn't matter with the ancestor. Same for the mouseleave event. Even though my cursor leaves level B, level A has nothing to do to handle the event occurring in the descendant. So how about trying to leave my cursor from level A to the outside? That works now. The target is level A and the related target is null. That means for the mouseleave event, the start is the target and the destination is the related target. That is the same as our previous event called mouseout event. Okay. So we can see that the descendant has nothing to do with the ancestor when we use the mouseenter event or the mouseleave event. And there is no bubbling for these 2 events. It is the situation very different from the previous discussion called mouseover event and the mouseout event. Okay. So the events on the descendants would not bubble up. The cursor movement from level B to level A would not trigger the event handlers on level A. That is the essence of the mouseenter event and the mouseleave event. This is the fundamental difference between the mouseenter event and the mouseleave event compared to the mouseover event and the mouseout event. So this video has already talked about the moving mouse events, the events involving a moving cursor. Where we have talked about the meaning of mouseover action together with the mouseout action. We have also defined the related target and the target for the mouseover event and the mouseout event. So the first example here is trying to tell you the meaning of the mouseover event and the mouseout event, and their target and related target. Also, I've told you that the events on the descendants will bubble up. That's why the large square, which is the outside square, would trigger the event handlers. Okay. And the related target can be null if it is just a window part, not an element. Okay. And we see that the elements can be skipped for the mouseover action and the mouseout action. So when the cursor moves quickly, we are not required to remember all the elements that the cursor has passed. Okay. And then for the mouseenter event and the mouseleave events, we have to notice that the descendants involved in the movement will not be considered. Also, there is no bubbling for these two events. That's why the result for the mouseover event and the mouseleave event shown here will be very different from those for the mouseover event and the mouseout event. This is the end of the video. If you have any questions about my video, please leave your questions on the comment section below the video. If you like this video, please give me a like and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.